Okay, we are live.
Ooh.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 22 of the Everything About Everything Sports Podcast.
You guys talking about sticks and bones.
Sorry it took forever.
Yeah, the schedule's a little bit all over the place right now.
I officially started camp, and this has been the first week.
Yeah.
And it's now, compared, obviously it's a little bit different in my situation, but if I was doing, like, the camp regularly, like I was there full time, that doesn't have volume on it, does it?
No.
Okay. If I was there, like, regularly, like, full time, it would probably be the easiest camp I've ever been part of.
Uh-oh, dang.
It's just long. It's 3 weeks long, which is long for a camp, but, you know, relatively it's not bad. And then I, like, tell people about what I've been through, and they're like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've told you, I don't know if I said it on here, but my longest camp, I started July 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
I ended December 14th.
Oh, shit. Well.
But that was, like, it went from summer camp to preseason camp to season end.
I was going to say December was, like, that'd be already when the season's over.
Yeah, it went all the way until season end. And then we got, like, the month break or whatever because of finals and everything. But, you know, all the JUCO brethren would know my struggles, and probably D1, to be honest. People who are D1 know the struggle too, because I know D1 starts their camp a weeks before everybody else, depending on who they are. And then they also do have summer camp, so. But yeah, first week. Actually, this is the first week done of camp. So.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the Olympics started. It's been a while, dude.
The Olympics are almost over. The Olympics are ending tomorrow. So the Team USA won gold in basketball. They beat France. I think it was like 96 to like 80 something. The women play France tomorrow too, for the gold medal. That's pretty cool. And then I think 3v3 basketball. I can't remember what the U.S. did in that. I think we got silver or bronze. I know we podiumed. And then a couple other. What was the other thing we won gold in? Oh yeah, skeet shooting. We won gold in skeet. Yeah, we won gold in skeet shooting.
That doesn't surprise me.
No, yeah. What was the other thing? That we won?
America being good with guns. What?
Well, I mean, yeah, like everyone was like, like the Japanese, the Taiwanese, like the Pakistan, like they were winning like the air rifle, and the air pistol, and that Turkish dude won second with the
the quote unquote, I like to call him this, even though he's not
natural shooter.
No, I like to call him the hitman.
Oh, well, in post thing interview, he was like, I don't wear any special equipment. I'm just a natural shooter.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was
he
like,
won silver too.
This is a joke, guys, but I was like, bro's definitely like tied, just like had somebody in the basement just for
Yeah, the guy is definitely on a watch list somewhere now. Yeah, the guy, yeah.
The FBI with the Leonardo DiCaprio being the.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, this guy needs to be watched. It's like, yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
So, but people were like, yeah, it's like, you guys can do that with all the high-tech shit and stuff, like not conventional shooting. Yeah, it's like, and then the U.S. will dominate just straight up.
God-given ability.
Yeah, the U.S. will just win straight up in normal skeet shooting, like target shooting.
I'm not surprised that men's basketball won gold. I'm really not.
I didn't even watch the Serbia game. I watched today against France, though.
Yeah. Dude, like, come on now. Is Wemby on the French?
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Steph Curry actually drained a three over him.
Really?
Yeah, there's a photo of it. He shot it over him and he drained it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's Steph Curry for you. But, yeah, I mean, It was Bron, Joel Embiid, Tatum, Anthony Davis.
It was
just every stacked person you could possibly have.
The starting floor one time was or the starting five on the floor was Bron, Steph, Embiid, Book, and AD.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then like Jason Tatum got subbed in, and Drew Holiday.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
There were memes coming out about the last one I saw. It was on TikTok. It was just like, Joel Embiid is 7 foot. I'm 5'11". You don't have to smack the ball out of my hands. I get it. We're already down by 65. Come on.
Yeah, dude, like some of the when they were playing South Sudan the second time, those guys looked like they just gave up.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, dude. I've seen a little bit. I don't know much about what's been going on
with the Olympics.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just see like the TikToks of Australia and China thinking they're in the lead, and then it's just a bunch of Americans winning gold medals and podiums and everything.
I don't understand that, because like they have the medal count. Like when you look on the app, it has the medal count as like the most amount of golds. But then you look at how like the normal like the total medals are arranged, and the U.S. has like they have like 125 or something like that, and China has like 90.
Yeah.
And they're ahead of us somehow. It's like, no. It's like, don't some of those silvers, we have like double the amount of silver medals they have. Yeah. Don't some of those count for like, they might be tying us in golds, but we have like one less gold than they do, and then double the amount of silver and bronze that they do. So it's like,
honestly, for me, obviously gold is what you want to get.
Yeah.
But overall, just I think how you base everything off the Olympics is you got to look at total medal count, and then sure, you can have the bragging rights of, oh, we had the most gold medals.
Yeah, it's like you can have a country who goes out there and dominates in like the track and field or like the individual aspects of it, but then have another country who goes out and wipes out every team sport. Yeah. So it's like, which do you value more, the individual or the team aspect of the Olympics? Because do you want, like, would you value an Olympic gold medal more in basketball versus, say, golf?
That's also a very hard distinction to make, too.
Right.
So
it's like, so the medal table is really weird, because it's like, it does value, some tables value like the total number of medals, and then some value the total number of gold, or like I'm saying, like they weight them, so like a gold medal is worth 3, bronze is 2, or bronze is 1, and then silver is 2.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense, but then at the same time, it's like you do want gold medals. Yeah. Like that is first place. You did win, so I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I guess there's a give and take. We're not Olympic athletes unless we start doing flag football.
No, yeah. And then there is also the thing, too. It's like, would you be upset if, like, some first-time Olympian had an outstanding performance and beat you in gold and you got silver, and you've been, like, this is, like, your third Olympics? It's like, would you know?
I'd be salty.
You would, but, like, if you've gotten gold in that thing before.
Oh.
So it's like, because that's been happening.
I mean, as the competitor that you would be, if you're an Olympian, you're trying to get gold no matter what.
Yeah.
I guess some people might be okay with podiuming, because there are people like that.
Because that's what was happening with a lot of the running and swimming, is like people who were at previous Olympics were getting second or third, and then people who have just placed or have just qualified for the first time, there you go right there.
He had 28 points? Damn. Or is that 26?
What are you looking at?
Wembyana, 26 points.
Oh.
Sorry. I have bad eyesight. Curry had 24 points. But, well. The TV's on in the background. That's how we know this information.
But, yeah, I mean, like with like Noah Lyles winning the 100-meter. Like, there's also certain events that are, like, more important. I feel like not more important, but, like, more valued.
Yeah, like, depending on like, you would know Noah Lyles over the guys that do shot put, because I don't know the guys that do shot put.
No, yeah. And I mean, that's like, and also, I mean, running and like throwing and stuff like that. Like, you know, those are.
I will say one of the most, like, I guess, like, when you think of Olympics, you're thinking of track and field, like the 100-meter dash and everything like that.
Yeah, you think of like shot put, long jump, javelin, stuff like that, like soccer, swimming, stuff like that. Yeah.
When I think of Olympics, I think of Usain Bolt running that insane time.
Yeah.
So, I get it. USA bring it home. That's all I gotta say on that.
Yeah. The Olympics are almost over though. Their closing ceremony is tomorrow, sometime in the early afternoon, I think. And then it'll be nighttime there in Paris, and then it'll be over with. And we'll have to wait until 2026 to see Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics.
That's not that far.
No, those are going to be in I think Milan. I think they're going to be in Milan, Italy this year or this time.
Okay,
because they were in Pyeongchang.
Yeah. So
last time.
How cold does Milan get, though?
It's in the Alps. It's in the mountains.
Okay.
It's like the northern tip of Italy is it's bordered by the Swiss Alps.
Yeah.
So you have it can get really cold up there, and that area does see snow.
See, my I gotta read that later. My mind goes to like Milan. I'm thinking of nice beach.
Oh no! Yeah, this is in the mountain. This is like lakes and rivers and forests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is and like rolling hills. That's that part of Italy.
Okay.
And then around that area is also like I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like
isn't that really famous lake over there?
Yeah, well, yeah, Lake Como is over there.
That's what I thought.
But that's a little. I think that's a little more west of Milan. I think Milan is like up. It's like in the northeast part of Italy, over like north of like Venice. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then Lake Como is northwest. I could be wrong. I could be getting that flip flop.
It's all right. We don't know geography. Never claimed to be a geographer.
Yeah. I do know a little bit of geography, a little bit. But yeah, they
I know they
like,
call it the boot.
Yeah, like that area does see snow a lot, and there's like lots of highlands.
Yeah,
and stuff
because
like
when
that
I think of Winter Olympics, and then you say shit like Milan, I'm like, oh, like.
No, yeah, I think they were.
So do they have the Winter Olympics during like what would be? Do they have the same winter time, or is it?
Yeah, roughly. So I mean, we'll think about like when we were in school, like Italy's in the northern hemisphere.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be So it's gonna have the same seasons as us.
I didn't know what hemisphere I was in.
Oh no! Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bro. It's been a while. You think I pay attention in school?
Well, you know the thing where it's like once you cross the equator, it flips, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and you didn't know Italy was in the north?
I don't pay attention, dude.
Dang.
Well, because I knew there was the northern and southern hemisphere. I didn't know where the cutoff was.
Context clues, Ben. There's mountains and snow.
Hush. I'm not. I don't think of. Damn. I don't think about. I said damn because I'm looking at Packers and Browns score. Granted, it's preseason.
We can't watch it. It's like it's not letting us watch it. It's like not showing the game.
I am. So speaking of preseason football, the NFL has had many games, but the first game was.
I just broke my remote. I think I just broke my remote.
Oop.
Oh, internet issue. Okay, yeah, keep going.
The first game was Texans versus Texans versus Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to lie. I wanted the Texans to win that, but they didn't.
I mean, it's preseason. I really don't care who wins any of these games.
I know. The takeaways that I saw from Lions versus Giants is that There is no reason to sign Nate Sudfeld.
No, yeah, the dude played absolutely atrocious. Well, I mean, so you want to throw it back? You want to talk about the fights in camp before we talk about the game?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So do you see any of the videos that came out?
I did. I'm surprised Daniel Jones actually got in there.
Yeah, he. So apparently it was talked about that he actually started one of the fights.
Well, they just paid him all that money. He better be aggressive. But you also break your left hand, not your right hand.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, so the dude started a fight, and he, like, there was a pile, and he shoved the lion off the pile. And then, apparently there was retaliation after that.
Apparently this was, like, the most fights they've had in, like, a while.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, well, fights usually happen at training camp. It'll be, like, a shoving match, like, once or twice.
Yeah.
But never, like, actual, like, throwing hands and,
with
like,
the joint
multiple times like
and
that.
everything, there's definitely at least 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah.
This was, like, 6 in the same day.
Yeah, there was a few over the entire training camp.
It wasn't pushing. It was full on just.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw Terry and Arnold. I saw the clip off the McAfee show. The offensive lineman for the Giants, like, swung out the tackle. You know what I'm talking about? And he hit Terry and Arnold full blast with his head.
Terry and Arnold was trying to set the edge on the play.
Well, yeah. But I'm glad that Terry and Arnold actually did it and did a good job.
Well, yeah.
Terry and Arnold's not that big.
No.
And the offense, he was at least 6'5", like 320.
Yeah, but I mean, it was Terry and Arnold making the play. The guy wasn't like leading with his head or anything like that. He was just like absorbing the hit.
I know. I'm just happy that Terry and Arnold was like badass enough to do it. Because corners don't usually do that.
Well, no, and he was trying to like kind of get himself out there because he's a younger guy.
Yeah.
And he's like he wants to make himself known early. Like he wants to prove that he can play a part in the team.
So I'm extremely happy about that. Those new uniforms were sick.
I did like the uniforms a lot.
Those were sick.
Yeah, they were really nice.
Aiden Hutchinson turned 24 today.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, on Instagram.
And then my other takeaways from just what I saw throughout their training session and also the game, Jake Bates needs to be aligned immediately.
He is.
I know, but they need to sign him to it, like, on the team. Is he actually on the teams?
Yeah. He played for them.
I know, but I want him to make the 53 man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, as of right now, he is. Yeah, he's our only kicker.
Okay.
Yeah, Badgley's hurt. The other guy got cut, and he's our only kicker right now. We talked about this last episode.
Did we?
Yes.
It's been a while. What else? Our defense, for only letting out 14 points, actually did a really good job.
See, I actually think that's not very good. I was actually going to bring that up. I didn't think the Lions played very well.
I watched the first half.
I didn't think the Lions played very well in that first game at all. I thought our offensive line, after our starters were out there, looked very shaky. Like, if you didn't have our five-man starting squad out there, like our 5-0 line, if you replaced one guy or a couple guys in and out of there, it did not look very good. D-line, a lot of the guys looked like they were trying to figure out what was going on with the other linemen down the line. So it was like they were trying to, like, they were almost like not attacking effectively for the play. So it's like if someone was like going around the edge, the other guy would go around the edge instead of just pushing through the gaps. So it looked like they were like kind of disorganized a little bit. And then coverage, like they were. So I will say the secondary looked pretty good. They did have a few plays where, what's his face? Who was the guy for Giants? Drew Lock. He was just scrambling, didn't have very many options because everyone was guarded. So the secondary did play pretty good.
I knew Drew Lock threw at least one pick.
Yeah, he did throw an interception. So like the secondary did play very well, but I thought other than that, I didn't think the Lions played very well.
I'm going to butcher his name. Okwu? I thought
what?
Oku? His OWKU. He's number, I think it was 45. He's an edge. He did pretty well. He got the very first sack in the game.
Giants?
No, for the Lions.
Oh, I don't know. I never heard of him.
It was literally the first series. He got the first sack on the first play.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So I thought he was doing pretty well. Like, I stopped watching after halftime because I went to sleep. I'll watch the highlights tonight. But overall, for 14 points, not bad.
Yeah, I mean, not bad. Like I said, the secondary did play pretty well. We had a pick, but other than that, only scoring 3 in that preseason game.
Offense was atrocious.
When you're trying to experiment with the offense too, with Nate Sudfeld and Hendon Hooker, where the hell was he?
Yeah, I want Hendon Hooker to play.
DPJ didn't play, like, he was out there, but he barely got any action in the preseason game. How much of a weapon is he going to be during the actual games?
Yeah.
When we need him out there. Like, it didn't seem like things were going well for the Lions at all in the game. Like, it seemed like we were, we had, like, a game plan. It's like we were trying to get guys in and get experience, but we just couldn't. There was no production. Like, we didn't really see a whole lot of our offense.
But, I mean, it is preseason Lions.
It is, but I mean, when you consider the Lions notoriously have been very good in the preseason, like we'll win all 4 games or win the games out in the preseason and say, oh, the Lions are going to be great this year.
I remember growing up, we were like, oh yeah, we're the preseason champs.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. No, or like I think the year we went 0-16, we went 0-4 or 4-0 in the preseason.
Yeah.
And then just completely dropped the ball.
Honestly, I'd rather go 0-3 in the preseason and then go 13-4. I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what the Lions did last year. We went, I think, 1-2 in the preseason.
Yeah.
So
I'm not worried about it. Just when it is actually like game 1, which is September 5th.
Yeah, we better bring it against the Rams because the Rams, it look like they've gotten a little bit better. And plus, it's obviously Stafford coming back, so he's going to have that.
But it's also a nice feeling that Aaron Donald is no longer there.
Yeah, I mean, you still have other things to worry about. It's not like Aaron Donald was the only driving force.
I know, but it's a big driving force. That man would literally get triple teamed. So I'm happy.
But I mean, the last time the Lions have played the Rams, he wasn't really that much of a factor. What really was a factor was the receiving corps.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Kupp really bounced back that much, but Puka's good.
I think so Kupp was playing injured.
Yeah.
When we were playing him, because he had just come back from the injury, it looked like he might have came back a little bit early.
Yeah.
And then just to play in the playoffs.
Puka Nacua is crazy.
And then Puka Nacua was nuts. They had that Henderson guy. Who was the other? They had another white kid.
I don't know.
I can't remember, but he was really good too.
I'm excited. I didn't watch the Eagles preseason game, but
I didn't either.
I wanted. I'm probably gonna watch the highlights because I want to see Cooper DeJean play.
Yeah. So apparently, I saw a video that was on Instagram the other day. Apparently, he got prank called. That he was getting drafted to the Packers.
Oh.
Yeah, and then apparently, because I guess he's not a Packers. I guess he's a Bears fan.
Oh.
So he was like kind of him and Han like going to the Packers, and then he got
where did he grow up?
Well, he played in Iowa.
I think he
might be from Iowa.
Where's my phone? Oh, here's my phone. I'll search it up real quick. Well, if he grew up in Iowa, yeah, okay. Iowa's that weird one where you can pick whatever one you want.
Right, yeah. There's no professional sports teams in Iowa.
Yeah.
Except for the Iowa Wild minor league hockey team.
Yeah, there was a... Well, when I was there, I would ask people what their favorite team is, and then some people would say, oh, I'm a Tampa Bay fan. I'm like, what? They're like, it's Iowa. We get to choose.
Yeah, but, I mean, like...
Most people either go with Bears, Packers...
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City, Minnesota.
Yeah, like the... Yeah.
Yeah, like the surrounding area. But some people, like... my coach was a Raiders fan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, well, that makes sense.
Why?
Because that's one of the surrounding teams. Like, kind of. Las Vegas.
No, he's old. This was when they were still in California.
Well, I mean, still, yeah, even still. Like, the next closest team from the Raiders is the Denver Broncos, and then you get to the Raiders.
I know, but I would think you would go with somebody else but the Raiders.
Nah, my dad's a Raiders fan. And we live here.
That's true.
Because he liked Charles Woodson and Bo Jackson and the Carr family.
Alright, so just looking at my D-line coach, you wouldn't expect him to be a Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I could see it looking at your dad. If he told me, hey, he's a Raiders fan, I could believe it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the guy I'm talking about, you would have no fucking clue.
Oh, sure.
I don't know, one of my best friends, he's a Philly fan, but he's from Iowa.
I mean, yeah. But like we were saying, though, that's one of those, since you don't really have a professional sports team, you kind of just get to choose, whichever one you are drawn to.
It was fun going to that, because you would ask people, and just to egg them on if you were good friends, be like, what I would do with, my friend, with Dion and Joe,
Mm-hmm.
The Lions would play the Packers or the Eagles, and we would watch the game together.
Mm-hmm.
All one of us would be seething. Dude.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because before the Lions got good with this newest regime, the Eagles were in their hot spot.
Yeah.
Because they had won a Super Bowl around that time.
Oh, and Dion talked so much shit about it. I was like, just watch Dion. I think we ended up winning, or it was very close.
Oh,
I forget, but he's like, what was our ending record last year?
12-5?
Yeah. When we made the playoffs, Dion's like, you guys actually got a good team. We won the playoff game. He's like, you guys are going to do it. And then, because Tampa Bay, he's like, you guys are going to beat Tampa Bay because Tampa Bay beat the Eagles in that weird game that the Tampa Bay Bucks just went off. So
the Eagles just shit themselves in that game too.
So I was working at the gym, and I watched Derek Barnes get the interception. I called up Dion right away. I was like, so are we going to talk about that?
Yeah, I mean...
I was like, you were talking all this shit about how we ain't going to do shit. Motherfucker, we just won.
Yeah.
We're going to the NFC Championship. He's like, I am a Detroit Lions fan now. I was like, well...
Everybody was last year.
Yeah.
Everybody was.
We were like, what's a good analogy to have it for, or what's a good comparison? It was like Rudy.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think you could really consider anything like that, at least from a Detroit perspective, where everybody was on our side. I think everything was kind of like. I don't know.
Well, for me looking on the outside, it was like the Rudy situation where everybody saw that Rudy was getting better, and they were like, Rudy.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I wouldn't compare it to Rudy. I compare it to maybe I don't know. It's a little bit different because the Lions had a culture shift. So it would be almost like a character who didn't care or who was kind of lost and then found their way and then found success. So I feel like it wouldn't be like a Rudy thing. Rudy's like an underdog story, which the Lions also kind of had because no one ever really considered the Lions a threat. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's I don't know. It could be compared to Rudy a little bit, but I don't know. But I do remember when we were in Minnesota, Duluth, Minnesota. It was me, Adam, Josh, and in Mitchell. And we're sitting there, and we're all, like, I have a Lions hat on, I think, and we're in, I can't remember where we were, but we were on this, that trip that we were talking about to Duluth, Minnesota. So we were stopped somewhere along the way. I can't remember if it was either still in Michigan or if it was in Wisconsin or if it was like on our way to Duluth in Minnesota. But it was somewhere along that area, and we had stopped to eat someplace. And the Lions-Packers game had just happened. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure. And we were like, I was talking in the perspective of like, we won, we intercepted it, we scored this many points. Mm-hmm. And all around us are all Minnesota and Packer fans.
Yeah.
Because we're not in Lions territory, so to speak. So everyone was like kind of looking at us like when we were saying we. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, so talking about the we, you know,
mm-hmm.
Like my grandma doesn't understand why we say we. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, and my mom does this too. She's like, you're not on the team, why are you saying we? I was like, you would understand.
Yeah, it's...
And then I was like, and then I was like...
It's because you're part of that fandom.
Yeah.
It's because you're like, you live vicariously with the team.
Yeah. And then it was like, well, do you think standing up and pacing by the TV and yelling at the TV is going to fix something?
Yes.
I was like, absolutely.
It 100% does. Well, in hindsight, it doesn't, because it seems like every game where I have sweated something out, it hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
Like where it's like, okay, we need to make this comeback in order for this to happen.
Yeah.
It almost always hasn't happened. The last time I can remember something like that working out, where we made like a huge comeback like that, was the Under the Lights game.
Yeah.
With Michigan, and then because like the Red Wings thing last year, we talked about that on end. That didn't work out. We scored in the last second, ended up being for naught. The Lions making that last second comeback in NFC Championship
I know
game.
when we were here and we were just had to get the stop for the game.
Yeah.
And we were both like just, oh my God.
Well, because they had scored and they had sent it to overtime, so it's like, okay, all we needed was 1 point, and we had gotten that 1 point.
No, I'm talking about the game, Ohio versus.
Oh, yeah.
When we were in the lead, we just needed to stop when the final seconds, because it was a touchdown that they needed, and they were close. Or they were getting to be close. I forget what yard line they were on. You guys can't see it, but I was like standing right there praying.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, oh my. Yeah, but I was like, I'm sure when my wife is like, what are you doing, man? Because I'll probably be in the basement watching it. She'll probably be like, what is wrong with you? And then my kids will be joining me and doing the same thing I'm doing. And she's just going to be outnumbered. I don't even care if I have daughters. They're watching football.
I mean, shit. I know my kids definitely will. Yeah. With all the, you look around here in the basement, everything has a sports logo on it.
Everything.
So, there's literally, we're sitting amongst sports equipment also.
Yeah.
So, it runs through our veins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Me and my uncle are the most athletic in my family, and I will take that to my grave. Actually, my cousins are pretty athletic too, but I'll beat them. It's all right.
This was years ago. This was like, I want to say I was like maybe just starting high school. I remember my cousin had a basketball hoop in his backyard, and a couple of his friends were over. I think it was like, I can't remember what it was for. I think it was like for 4th of July or something like that. And so it was like him, a couple of his friends, and like I think one of my older cousins versus just me and my dad in basketball.
Oh my god! So
it wasn't even funny.
It was 7-on-5 or 7-on-2?
No. It was 2-on-3.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it was my cousin, like one of his friends, like his next door neighbor buddy, and then I think one of my older cousins.
Smaller than you?
Yeah, but at the time we were probably maybe a little bit more closer in height.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know, I might have still been taller than them when I was a freshman. And then obviously I was taller than my little cousin and his friend. But,
yeah.
And then, so. But yeah, it was fun. It wasn't even close.
I know it got competitive in Josh's pool where we were flying around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I think they put me and you on a team.
Yeah.
And that was a mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all I had to do is literally just lob it up to you and you could just alley-oop it if you really wanted to.
Or you would just shoot, and even if you would miss, I would just get the rebound.
Yeah. I had a name that I'm not going to say because I can't. But you know the name that I called him.
Yeah.
It's nothing racist. Get out. Get your head out of the gutter, guys.
Yeah.
They're white.
They're white.
They're flat. Shit, how's baseball doing, man?
It's the in-betweener right now between the summer season and fall ball softball. So we hit. Josh, Adam, and I went up to the park the other day. We hit baseballs. I tried swinging right-handed, couldn't touch the ball. Like borderline, like I hit like maybe 3 pop-ups in the infield, like a couple foul balls, and then everything else was like just short, like little shit squib ground balls and like little like foul tips and stuff like swinging and missing too. So I was like, Jesus, like what am I doing? So we picked up the balls and stuff like that, and then my second round, I hit left-handed, and I hit like not insanely well, but I hit pretty well. Yeah, I hit way better than I did right-handed. Let's say that. And then and yeah, I mean it was all right. I was using a 32-inch Rawlings maple bat to start from right-handed because I wanted
just the words maple bat turned me off.
and then I used.
Is it that one?
Yeah, the two-tone one.
Yeah.
And then I used that one next to it, the all tan looking one. That one's a 33, and so I used a 32 and then gone up to the 33 because I noticed that I was swinging at some that are outside, so I wanted like a little more reach. So I didn't have. Then I was having a hard time like catching up to it with the heavier bat.
Yeah.
So I switched. So that's when I switched to left-handed. And when I switched to left-handed, I used the heavier bat first, and then worked my way down to the lighter bat. So I used that tan one, which is 33.
Okay.
But it's a solid barrel. It doesn't have a cup on the end. And then I used that black one, that black Marucci, that's 33 also, but has a cup on the end. Like the top of it is hollowed out a little bit.
Okay.
So it knocks a couple ounces off of it. And then I used that two-tone one.
Do you ever actually use the weight?
Yeah. Not all the time, though. I don't like using the weight on the wood bats because it marks up the paint and the lacquer on it.
Oh.
So I'll use like a rubber one, or they have like these like, I don't know what the material that they make. I think it's like slate or something like that, but it's like polished on the inside, so it glides off the lacquer really easily.
Yeah.
And then the metal bat, I'll use the bat weight on that one.
Metal bats we don't really care about.
No, yeah. Plus the metal bats can take the beating. Plus that's a softball bat, so. Yeah.
How's the Tigers been doing?
Not very good. I know they were playing the Giants just a little bit ago, and we were losing 3-1. I can't stand the Giants. They're probably one of my, don't have anything against them, and some of my favorite players that I've watched have been on the Giants, but I don't like the Giants at all because of what they beat us in the 2012 World Series. Yeah, Tigers lost today.
What's the record?
55-63. We're 13 games back, and then we're 9.5 games back from the wild card. This season is over. For the Tigers. Yeah.
Well,
in order to get to the wild card positions, we'd have to pass Tampa Bay, Seattle, Boston, Kansas City, Minnesota, New York, and Baltimore.
Yeah, that's a yikes.
Yes. So they oh no. Okay. Never mind. What the fuck? Wait. How? Okay, so it's the top. It's the top 2 for each team.
Mm-hmm.
So then why? Oh, okay. I see what it is. Okay, so that's really weird. I don't know why they have that. I don't know why they're arranged like that. They have the So as of right now, so it says the Jesus Christ.
I don't even know if that was a fart or it was just my stomach growling. I don't know.
Oh dang. But it says the wild card rules. They have the top 2 division winners in each league receive byes to the division series, and the other 4 teams in each league will play the best of 3 series in the wild card round. And so in the divisional right now, it's Cleveland, Baltimore, Houston in the AL, and then Philly, Milwaukee, LA in the NL. And then the 2 second place teams are going to be Minnesota, New York, Seattle, and then the Mets, Cards, and Padres. And okay, all right, okay, yeah, now I see how it works. It's really weird how they have it like displayed on the app though. It's really confusing, because it's like they're showing you the divisional, like the like the 4 teams who are going to be playing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show you the first round bye team.
Oh.
So apparently the first round bye team is the Orioles right now, because they have the highest win percentage. And then in the NL, it is the Phillies. And then, yeah.
It's just weird how they have it on the app.
Yeah, it's just really weird. So it's like, yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fucking really weird, actually.
Did you, see first off, the new Big Ten commercial?
Yes.
Yes. That's just a yes.
Yes.
Did you see it just came out either today or yesterday, the ESPN college football commercial with Jelly Roll?
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw the interview with Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee. Yeah. That was really cool. And then I think that was like the debut of it, because McAfee had announced, I think they had played the commercial, and then McAfee had announced that your shoulder. And then McAfee had announced that he was going back to game day.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be fun.
Water break. What else? I did like that commercial, though, the Jelly Roll commercial.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I don't know about, like... I
like how they showed a lot more Michigan than they have in the past.
They did. I don't, like, I'm still skeptical over the 12 team. The 12 team format.
I guess we'll figure out pretty soon.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, we talked about this before, but I think that if they were going to expand from a 4-team playoff, they should have went to 8 first.
Yeah,
instead of just a 12 right away.
Yeah.
And then see how it goes, or do like a 10-team, like the top 10.
Yeah.
And then you can have that whole thing. It's like you can have that marketing scheme behind it.
Yeah.
The top 10 have like the.
Who knows? I'm just hoping Michigan makes it, dude.
Yeah.
We've also talked about this.
We have.
But I mean, damn. We got so.
Yeah, Michigan's schedule is rough.
Yeah.
So I saw a playthrough. I think I can't remember who did it, but somebody did they did a fucking... Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on the word. Like a simulation.
Mm-hmm.
A simulation for this upcoming season on NCAA 24. And the person who won the Heisman was Donovan Edwards.
Really?
Yes. So I was like,
That's interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Out of all the simulations that have been done.
Yeah, out of all the simulations. Yeah. Like, I can't remember who did it, but it was someone, like, in the Detroit area, and they're like, Like, you know, it was interesting that he had gotten it. Which, I mean, he does have a legitimate shot at doing it, because if you figure...
Who's our quarterback?
As of right now, I think it's Alex Orji.
Okay.
And then we have that...
Oh, yeah.
Tuttle.
Yeah. Did you... also in Michigan news, all the investigations and everything.
That is what I was going to touch on next, was Harbaugh's 4-year show cause order. So, as of when he got that order until... I think it might be the start of this season. I think it's from the start of this college football season until the finish of 4 years from now, college football season.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot be employed by any college football program, or else he is suspended for 1 year by the NCAA.
Okay.
So, but
he's probably going to be in the league.
Because I think his coaching contract for the Chargers is a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
So as long as he stays there, then he has nothing to worry about. And then that 6th year, after he wraps up his coaching with the Chargers, he can go right back to the NCAA with no penalty.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing with this Michigan thing was kind of like, oh, it's just a slap on the wrist. It's just a stern talking to. You know, it's not like an actual
I'm just
punishment.
happy that they didn't take away anything. They're not suspending players.
Well, we don't know that. I'm pretty sure they said that so they were looking at 8 coaches. Harbaugh and Sharon Moore are, I think, the only 2 of that coaching staff from last year that is a head coaching position. Mm-hmm. And then all the other guys are like assistants. There was like a couple like the O-line coaches and stuff like that. They all went other places. So there was 6 coaches who have left, gone someplace else, and then the current head coach and the former head coach. Yeah. So those 8 people are apparently still under investigation. Or those 7 people are still under investigation. But Harbaugh has gotten his punishment. Yeah. Yeah. But like,
when I saw it on McAfee, he had the guy that's in charge of like handling out punishments, or he's higher out. He's like, none of the players are getting in trouble, and it's gonna be like he's like, I don't see a way where we take away the national championship.
No,
because he's like, it's all coaches, none of the players. Like, the players did the players deserve it.
So, and then the whole thing with Connor Stallions coming out, like, there was a photo that was leaked a little bit ago of him behind Central Michigan's bench.
Yeah,
and it was him. Yeah. Like, you could tell it was him. So, I mean, I don't know. But then there's that whole thing, it's like the defense with that is you say that he's a rogue agent, that he did that on his own accord.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, then, you know, he doesn't have any tie to the university, so you can't blame the university for that. And then the same thing goes for the players. It's like, what the players did was what they were told to do by the coaches.
I heard a couple things about, I don't know if it was probably him, but apparently that Connor Stallions dude is, like, really weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had written
the manifesto.
He had written a manifesto, about how Michigan's like this above and beyond blue blood school, like they're supposed to be one of the hallmarks of American culture and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, dude, like it's kind of taking your fandom to another level.
I'll tell you off camera, because I don't think I can say this on camera, but I know a couple people that were telling me stories about him. Oh
yeah, because I think he went to Michigan.
Yeah, but I'm talking about players that I played with that played while he was coaching there.
Mm. Oh, okay.
And just transferred out. I'll tell you after.
All right.
Sorry that I blue balled you guys, but fuck you.
Yeah, no, wait a moment, yeah. But then, the other thing was like, the whole thing with this whole, like, the punishment for Harbaugh was like, it all seemed like a slap on the wrist. And finally, they had an opportunity to do something for like he's out of the NCAA. He's not protected by anything now.
Yeah.
He's his own thing. He's not employed by them anymore, so they can go after him. They can say, hey, like you were fined this amount of money, or like your university that you left behind is going to face this or whatever. And no, they punished him.
Yeah.
And not only did they punish him, they gave him a punishment that's like that he can easily avoid that. Like it's an easy workaround. That's kind of the thing.
Even if Michigan did get fined, I mean, at the end of the day, it's the University of Michigan. They got money.
They do, but I mean, with this whole thing with NIL and stuff like that, and how you have to give money to the athletes, there's obviously going to be less to go around for the university.
Yeah, but also you're not paying each player like $20 million.
No, but you are paying somebody $20 million now, just besides your coach. So that is money out of your pay. That is money that you have to spend and that you're using. I mean, like any type of money now, especially with the smaller schools. Not to say Michigan's a smaller school, obviously, but like if this happened to a smaller school,
it would bankrupt.
Right? Yeah, it would have destroyed the program.
I'm like, if Michigan receives like a $2 million fine, I mean that's nothing compared to them.
No, yeah, but that's what I was saying is like they're not doing something like that. They're trying to punish the individual where the individual has a workaround.
Yeah.
So it's like with Coach Harbaugh, he's like, okay, like I'm not going to be able to coach that game, but it was fucking Maryland that they were facing.
UNLV.
Yeah, UNLV. It's like, dude,
it was
like,
the two gimme games.
Yeah, it was like the two like the easiest scheduled games, and then he came back for Ohio State and for the playoff and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's like you really didn't hinder them at all.
No.
Like you if anything, gave the coach an extra day to strategize.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of like, and then there was like all these workarounds and stuff like that about how like the players,
either the NCAA officials are dumb, or they just don't care enough, and also Harbaugh is probably smart.
Well, so it probably also was set up along the way, like the things probably fell in line over time that the schools and stuff like that, like different issues happening, the schools like could have vouched for different policies to be enacted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that if something like this does happen, then the whoever coach or whoever player or whoever it is has a workaround, has like a way out of it. They're not trapped.
So are you advocating for like a stronger punishment though?
I kind of was, honestly, because it's like the dude, like not to say anything that's like, I want them to be punished because obviously I'm a Michigan fan, but like to think about how it's going to be in the future now. Other schools are going to see this and say, oh, we're not going to get fined. The coach that eventually becomes the scapegoat, or we could turn into the scapegoat, just can't work for us anymore. Okay, we'll hire a coach. Let's say someone hires Ryan Day, and they say, Ryan, you're going to go in there to fucking Notre Dame. Whatever, let's say that. You're going to go to Notre Dame, and you're going to rig all of Notre Dame Stadium with cameras in the locker rooms. So when the teams are breaking down their plans in the locker room, it's feeding to your locker room, and you know what their plays are before you step out on the field. And that's how they cheat. Let's say that's how they cheat. And then all of a sudden Ryan Day gets caught, and Ryan Day becomes a scapegoat. Okay, yeah, it was all Ryan Day's idea. We're going to get him the hell out of here. Ryan Day, you're shunned, but we'll still give you the ring for the national championship you won. God forbid. We won't disembark you from that. But we don't like you anymore. But then, oh yeah, we're going to bring you back though, and we're going to still give you your pension and stuff like that, and then we're going to bring you back as an honorary captain at the start of the year next year.
You thought about this?
Oh yeah, yes I have. Because it would happen to any other team. Now any other school can go out and do this, because what the NCAA has done by doing this is saying that the school is allowed to do it, but the person is not. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what it kind of turned into. And that's why I'm upset that it wasn't handled differently.
I get it.
Because now
I can understand it. Because now, I mean, it's the classic thing of, if you're not cheating, you're not trying.
No, and then it's the same thing with the Shohei Ippei thing. It's like, who's to say Ippei didn't really cheat with Shohei? And then there's some under the table deal where it's like, hey, you're going to go do 2 months in jail because you have to make it look like you were punished for it, and you're going to come out and you're going to live in the shadows with all this money.
Let's be honest. sports are corrupt.
Well, yeah.
Is it going to change? Probably not.
No, definitely
And you
not.
damn know that there's Nick Saban didn't like NIL, but he damn sure didn't mind giving his star running back a new Charger.
Right, yeah. And did you see Baylor's shirts?
No.
Baylor came out with shirts that all the players, coaches, and staff are wearing. It says, "We pay our players." It literally said, just, "We pay our players," with the Baylor logo underneath it.
I mean, sooner or later, NIL is going to make things worse, probably, sadly.
Sooner or later? What do you mean it already has?
I know, but it's going to be even worse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think,
it's because
honestly,
there's no regulations, but it's kind of hard to regulate that shit.
Yeah. Well, they tried to regulate it with the limitations that they had, but since they got rid of those limitations and now they introduced the new name, image, and likeness policies, it's like take it.
It's weird.
You had to figure it out.
I'm on both sides though because I like getting paid as a college football player.
See, I think honestly they had it right the way they had it because you gave the opportunity. You had the opportunity for the kids, the players, to go out and do their own individual things. But now with this, with the NIL thing, when you have the schools literally the schools paying the players, it's like it'd be one thing if the student can't profit off of his name, image, and likeness. Like he can't go to a separate company, a separate thing, and be in a commercial for them, and then make money off of that. It's like,
okay, so what you're saying is, the only NIL deals you should be getting are from outside sources other than the school.
yes, because it's a school, it's not a job. You're going there for school.
That I can agree with. I just like the fact that college players are finally getting paid.
That's fine. Like I had no problem with that. I was like, why? You're an adult. You should be able to just because you go to the school and you play and you play for them. It's not you're not like you're in the military.
All right, Jonathan, run for fucking Congress. Okay.
Well, Congress has no say in that though. It's the NCAA.
They had to go through Congress to get this approved.
Yeah, but you think Congress is going to say no? Like you can't pay your players. It's going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever, go ahead. They didn't even they probably didn't even care. They're probably like, oh, you want to do that? Yeah, sure, go ahead, whatever.
I like that idea that you should just get promoted off of deals that you get.
Yeah, so if C.J. Stroud wanted to go out and be in a State Farm commercial, go ahead, go crazy. If Aiden Hutchinson wanted to be in a Kellogg's commercial, go ahead, go crazy. If J.J. McCarthy wanted to do an ad for a golfing thing, like he's golfing in the summer or whatever, go ahead. Don't give a shit. But once you start being employed by the school that you're playing for and going to school at,
it's probably going as deep as the donor who's giving you the money is like, hey, toss this game.
Oh my, yeah, probably, definitely. I mean, I don't know, because at the end of the day, in the NCAA, if you win, you do end up making more money than a team that doesn't win, because you have those blue blood schools like Georgia, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio State that have exponentially more money than other schools like Nebraska, Rutgers, Tulsa, Marshall, things like that. So, you do want your school to win. So, I feel like there isn't really a whole lot of that in the NCAA where it's like, hey, go out and throw this game. It's like, no. You'd want, if anything, you'd do something to hinder your opponent so that you go out and win that game and make more money.
I'm not saying that you want to do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if, years down or even, a year or two down, it's like, oh, this person told me to throw the game, but I didn't because I wanted to win. Yeah,
I'm sure that, there was probably, a coach that maybe had, a bet. It's like, hey, in order to win me this kind of money, I want you to go out there and throw an interception. Can I have you throw an interception
Yeah, I'll slide you $50K.
Right, yeah. I'll break you off a chunk of whatever I make. It's like, but that's not the school going for it. It's like the school wants you to win because, hey, if we win, that means that
more money, more opportunity, more everything.
Yeah, that means that 100,000 more people around the world are going to buy our jersey, and that makes us $100 million more.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you would want them to win.
Yeah, I forget how much money it brings to the school when you win the national championship.
Oh, it's a lot. I think Michigan got like $100 million or something like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it was a
crazy
lot
amount.
of money. Yeah.
Because not only like as a football player and as a football team, you want to make it as far as possible.
Right.
But when you get to that stage and everybody's watching,
Yeah. That's it.
is it as big as the Super Bowl or is it?
No, the Super Bowl I think it's the most watched television program. Period. Is the Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure.
In America, at
Yeah.
least.
Well, yeah. But
okay, yeah, because I know the three drunkest holidays are like Thanksgiving,
4th of July,
and Super Bowl.
And Super Bowl. Yeah.
Even though it's not a holiday.
No, yeah. It's just whenever.
Just the three most drunken days.
Yeah, that's super. And then they say that the most took off day, like the day people call off the most for work is the Monday after Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's why I like. We talked about it too, but that's why I like what Joe Burrow had in mind for like when they actually introduced the 18-week season.
Well, it's going to be for this year is going to be great because you're going to have the Super Bowl, and then I think right after is President's Day on Monday, so everyone gets that day off anyways.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I get PTO that day.
Yeah, shit.
Hell yeah.
So going back to what you were saying about like players throwing the games, another reason for why they wouldn't want to throw the games is their own personal benefit. Because if you do better, that's going to make your draft stock go up.
I'm more talking about like smaller schools.
Oh well, yeah.
This ain't gonna happen for like C.J. Stroud,
no,
J.J. McCarthy.
But now with NIL, those players who are playing at smaller schools will go up to transfer up to those bigger schools, and those players who are playing at those bigger schools might not get the same opportunities as they would at a smaller school.
Yeah.
So really, you're seeing
well, I was having this
max exodus everywhere.
This is what I would do if I had a dream school. Let's say this is hypothetical. Michigan wasn't giving out that much money.
Mm-hmm.
They were giving me like $50K, okay, per like plus scholarship for each year. Okay, so I'll bank out with $200,000. That's my NIL deal.
Mm-hmm.
But say, oh, I'm this, I have 40 plus Division I offers. Clemson offers me $10 million. For me, I would go to my favorite school and take less money. But that's just me. I know other players are like, oh, I need my money.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, there's like, I think a kid in Idaho would be like, hey, Boise is my favorite school. Boise offered me. I'm just going to go here.
Yeah, it does get pretty simple like when you come from different areas of the country because it's like like if you go to Colorado or like if you live in Colorado and Colorado offers you and you don't get an offer from say Alabama, you're really not going to be too upset because you just go to Colorado. Like, hey, it's a win-win. But like if you're a Michigan fan or if you grow up here in Michigan and you don't get an offer from Michigan but you get an offer from Central, you could be kind of bummed out because but I feel like I would take the less money to go play for my favorite school. Like let's say we were both from
Timbuktu.
No. Let's say we were both from like North Carolina.
Okay.
And
more inland or towards the sea?
Doesn't matter. And Alabama offered us, and we were Alabama fans.
Okay.
And Michigan offered us, and so we're from North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama offers us, and Michigan offers us.
Okay.
Two different amounts of money. Let's say Michigan offers us more.
Okay.
Would you be more inclined to go to Alabama in order to have a better chance to transfer to your school that you would want to go to? Or would you go to Michigan knowing you'd get maybe not have that opportunity to go to your favorite school, but you'd have more success? Like as a team, like you have a better shot at winning than that.
All right. The only reason why I'm asking this now, are we Are we talking about Alabama in its prime or Alabama right now?
Either. Well, okay. So to simplify it, would you rather go to a school that you would have the better chance at playing at your dream school, or would you rather go to a school that has a better shot at winning the Natty?
I'd rather play at, like, where I get the most playing time. So.
Oh, okay.
What I thought you asked, you have more success at your dream school, but they're paying you less money, or you go chase the bag.
No. So I was saying, would you rather go to, like, the two schools you choose, you have, like, an equal amount of money getting paid from both of them.
All right, so...
But you have maybe more success at Michigan than you would if you go to a team that you have a shot at transferring to your favorite school. Because, like, a lot of SEC players will transfer within the SEC and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you could easily transfer to North Carolina.
Okay, so if I was in... All right.
Or no, wait, is it... No. North Carolina is ACC, right?
Yeah, but they might go to SEC.
Yeah, whatever.
There's a whole... That's a whole other tangent. So I'm in North Carolina. My favorite team is Alabama. They offer me less money, but it's still Alabama. But Michigan offers me a bag.
And you have a better shot at winning the Natty.
And I have a better shot at winning the Natty. Which would I rather do?
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather take the more success at my dream school than going farther. Because...
No. The more success comes with the Natty. That's where the more success is.
When you... Okay.
Would you rather get more money and play for your dream school, or possibly get more money and have more success?
Possibly get more money and have success.
Okay, yeah. It's a weird...
Now,
because you can bend it to be like, oh, I could go here, and then if I play harder for this, my favorite school, I could win. Maybe we win the Natty there or something.
It's a whole...
Yeah,
it's a whole weird. Fucking... But I guess for me, and with my ideals and morals,
mm-hmm.
I rather... Because at the end of the day, I grew up thinking that I was never going to get paid for college sports.
Right.
So I already have it ingrained in me. And I'm like...
You have to get paid once you go pro.
Yeah.
Or you have to go pro to get paid.
That's like my mindset. Nowadays, if I was like, 10, I don't know, it might change.
Yeah, because, I mean, that, like, I don't know. It's definitely gotten different from when we were growing up because, like...
Because now we're the old fucks.
Yeah. Because also it's like, I feel like with NIL, it's kind of elongated that gap between a player going to a smaller school for playing time and playing really well, and then eventually getting drafted or going to a higher school,
mm-hmm.
and the kid who is fighting for his spot in the lineup at a really successful school and might not get drafted at all.
Yeah.
Because
that's what happens a lot of times, like, especially not even that long ago, like maybe 3 years ago, you would have guys at Alabama that are like 4th string, but say they go to Tulsa, they're 1st string.
No. Like if you go to, like, now it's the same, is what I'm saying. So if you go to like a smaller school and play really, really well, like you're a really good football player, you could be getting the same amount of money as a guy who doesn't see the field in Alabama.
That's true. Okay, yeah.
So it kind of, like, now that person who plays for Alabama doesn't really have as much incentive to work his way up through the ranks to get on the field. And that guy who's playing in a smaller school, he's playing his ass off at a smaller school, would be more inclined to just stay there instead of transferring up and getting drafted.
Yeah.
So it's thrown the whole, it's spin the whole table on the whole thing.
I get it.
Yeah, it's like it really doesn't make, because it literally has turned into, that's the exact same dynamic as some professional leagues. Like, you can look at a team who's really successful, like a team like the Boston Bruins in hockey versus a team like the San Jose Sharks. You have a team like the San Jose Sharks, Logan Couture is going to get a lot of that ice time. And then you take a guy like, let's say, Trent Frederick on the Boston Bruins. You put Trent Frederick and Logan Couture on the same line on some teams. But those two teams are in different planes.
Yeah.
Because they're different, like, work differently and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Logan Couture is getting more money than Trent Frederick is, but Trent Frederick is getting the opportunity to play for a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing as they're in a professional setting.
Yeah.
And that's what it's turned into now, is instead of you being able to fight through the ranks and going to school and getting drafted from a good school, you're just chasing that bag.
Yeah.
But the whole point was to go through school, go through that work to be able to get to the promised land of being in the pros and being paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
So it's completely changed the whole dynamic of sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's super frustrating.
Like I said, I'm on both sides because I mean, obviously, when it first came out, I was like, "Oh, cool! I get to get paid for being here now, other than scholarship money or whatever."
Right.
I was like, I could see it's just easily corruptible. That's the issue. If it wasn't so easily corrupted, you wouldn't be like as not for it.
Well, I don't feel. I mean, not even that, because you can make sure it's not corrupted. Whereas you can enforce different policies where you have to check in to a certain way or something like that. Or you have to show proof of something or something like that. Or you have to. Like there's an NCAA agent that monitors all that. Let's say that all that paperwork and all those forms go over right to the NCAA so that they can view it instead of the school having to view it, maybe doctoring something up.
Yeah.
So like there's certain workarounds of it. It's just the fact that the policy is in place. Okay. You know what I mean? It really is screwing things up.
Yeah. It's also so new too.
Yeah, because and another thing was like a trade. Like you didn't really have trades in college, so those didn't exist. Now they can kind of exist.
Oh yeah.
Because you can say, hey, this guy is making a little bit less money over here in, let's say, San Diego State or something like that, and he wants to go to, he eventually wants to go to Oklahoma or like a higher end school. And
someone that's within the top 12.
Yeah, and he wants to make more money. Now, you have a guy who's making a lot of money over there who's not getting as much playing time. And that's a position of need for us. And you guys are looking for a new quarterback because your guys got drafted.
That would be crazy if they actually...
That can happen, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, because people are getting just straight up paid like that can happen now in the NCAA. So there's legitimately like trades that can happen in the NCAA.
That's true. Fuck.
Like not literally trades. Like you won't be like a trade. Oh, this person was traded, but it will look like that on paper.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, it's like it's completely turned it in professional sports.
Yeah, I get why you're frustrated. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've
never received an NIL deal, so I mean, I just...
Neither have I. No, yeah. I mean, granted, yeah, I bet you our attitudes will change right around if we got an NIL deal.
Yeah, if I got paid $1 billion...
Shit, we'd be like commercials for the NCAA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. But that's business, though.
Yeah, I mean...
And that's what the NCAA has turned into, a business, like professional sports. All right, thanks you guys for watching.
Okay, no, Mr. Debater.
No, yeah, so I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm talking about that at work a lot too with my coworkers. It's like
you're welcome for venting. This is a safe space.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's dang, I didn't even expect to talk about that today.
Well, you're welcome.
Yeah. I guess
now we can go to
time for anything.
Now we can go to dinner and you're going to be happy.
Yeah. What do we want for food? I was thinking maybe B-dubs.
What day is it?
It's Saturday, but I haven't had B-dubs in like a month.
Yeah, I'm down. Okay.
I think don't they have that all-you-can-eat shit?
They do.
You want to see if it's on Saturday?
Yeah, but we should be talking about that.
Whatever.
And we gotta call Mitchell too.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, fucker.
Are you good to wrap it up here, or you wanna?
Yeah, since we're talking about food, I'm tired of shit. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching episode 22.
Yeah.
We should be able to record next Saturday/Sunday.
Yeah, I'll be free. Oh, well, no, actually, I won't be in town next Saturday. Not next week, but the following week. I'll be in Chicago and then in Wisconsin. Yeah.
So we're going to have all their fucked up schedule.
Yeah, maybe. We'll talk about it off camera. Yeah,
we don't bore you with logistics.
Yeah.
You fucking
strategizing.
All right. Well.